show up in whatever context. The problem is that, for instance, right now, while we're here in New York, there is a major economist forum. We'll be continuing into tomorrow. But as soon as in these informal talks, you just, happens to use the word maybe we could agree on, then there are numerous protests. Because we should agree nothing, we should negotiate nothing. I mean, we must also, when we talk about sort of trust, it must also be that a bit more countries relax a bit and say, of course. One of the problems in Copenhagen was that some people argued that we should put together a global international deal in a plenary consisting of thousands of people. Sorry, you cannot do such a thing. Of course you have to accept that there will have to be minor forums. And as long as it is transparent what is going on there, then you must accept that. Or the process will simply lead us nowhere, because it will take forever. You can produce no results in a university. Nowhere in the world you can produce results if everyone in a big plenary will have a say in the end. Now in Copenhagen, obviously I had other things to do than to follow what EU did and did not do. That was not my job at the time. And I think we should take care of one thing, not to create too many myths about what happened. When President Obama looked for Premier Wen Jiabao of China and opened that door and found that there you had Prime Minister Singh and Suma and Lula, then of course it was a wake-up call for the European Union that nobody sort of felt like maybe we should call the European Union as well. But it's just, it was not a deliberate attempt not to include the European Union. And I mean, coincidence happens, even at that level. Sometimes you go into a room, you think you find one man, but instead you find the leaders of four emerging economies and you start to talk to them. So we should not over-interpret what happens. But one lesson is learned from Copenhagen in a European context. And that is that Europe and its 27 member states must be better at speaking with one voice. Not meaning that only one European is sitting around the table, but what comes out, what they say, the message that they convey, that must be in line, that must be the same. And after what we had in Europe is called the Lisbon Treaty, it should be easier to provide that, and at least that's what we are very much working to achieve.
Thank you. Before we take your question, I want to use the chair's prerogative and to alert two of my colleagues in the audience that I'd like to go to you next for a question. Paula Dobriansky, who's former Undersecretary of State and Global Affairs, has spent years